Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm Blitz5 and this is my review of Far Cry Primal on the Xbox One. So Far Cry Primal is basically Far Cry 5, but set in 10,000 BC, where you play the character of Dakar, who is the chosen one in this story. He is a hunter, warrior of the Wenja tribe, and this is one of the cutscenes from the game, and I don't want to show a whole bunch of this because I don't want to give any spoilers or give you guys too many cutscenes. But like most video games and movies, you're playing the hero of the story where you're trying to save your tribe from other enemy tribes, etc., etc., etc. So you should already know what to expect from an open world RPG, first person shooter, bow and arrow, first person bow style game that Far Cry Primal is, and the Far Cry series, along with a lot of similar games like Oblivion, Witcher. All of these series have a lot of the same stuff in common. So if you are a gamer, you probably already know what this is all about. I should preface this video by saying that I've seen a lot of the negative reactions and views of this game before it even launched or people played it, because a lot of the Far Cry fans saw that they recycled a lot of the material. There's nothing really new here, and they're kind of confused as to why they went back in time. And it was recently discovered that Far Cry Primal actually used the same map as Far Cry 4, and this created a pretty big controversy online. But like I said, for me, I haven't played Far Cry 4, and it's not like they use the exact same map. It's obviously reskinned, and the environment has completely changed. But this is a topic for a whole nother video, so you can check out the annotation or the card above where I talk about my opinion of what Far Cry did copying the same map layout. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to move on with this review. For me, Far Cry's gameplay is actually really refreshing and a lot of fun to play. I keep saying that Far Cry is like the Grand Theft Auto of prehistoric times. I've spent hours picking up dead bodies and throwing them into fires, off cliffs, and into these fancy rock formations that you see in the game and also in real life when you're on a hike or on some kind of trail. Obviously, you're not supposed to be touching these, but in the game, it's just so satisfying picking up a dead body and destroying something with it or putting it into a funny position. At least in my eyes, these are kind of the little things that take a normal game from just doing missions and side quests to a game that I kind of want to hang out and explore and spend extra time just roaming around and doing fun things. The fighting in this game is also really satisfying. Anytime you can sneak up behind somebody and bash their head in with a club is pretty awesome in my eyes. But in all seriousness, the game's fighting mechanics play out really well. Although you don't have a ton of weapons, and I could see people saying that this looks like it's going to get repetitive, really only having a club, a spear, and a bow and arrow. There's just so many different aspects of the game, like throwing your spear, how you want to attack, the different clubs, if you want to get your animal involved. Like right here, I pull out my bow and arrow, which is awesome. I got a headshot on the guy in the hut, and then I see that there's another guy behind the hut, and I don't know if I want to use my bow and arrows because you don't have an unlimited supply. So I send my Jaguar in, I get my club ready in case I need to support him, but he's able to take out this enemy, and we're able to take out the camp. Another cool aspect of the fighting is how you want to approach each battle. You actually have a hawk that you control at all times, other than your tamed pet animal, that you can send in as kind of like a UAV style drone where you can target different enemies and even drop bombs on them. So you can make these grenades or bombs prehistoric style out of honey and bees, and you throw them and all the bees come out and kind of attack the enemy. And just little stuff like this that keeps the game from being really repetitive, just shooting a bow, to make it really interesting. Like here in this clip, I'm hunting a bear and I'm able to light this arrow on fire and shoot it at the bear, and it actually does more damage to the bear than shooting with a regular bow. So it's fun that you can take these creative approaches to each mission in the game, whether it be animal related or enemy related. And what's really awesome is that the game's animals range from like deer that will run away from when they see you, or you could just be walking through a field and this huge rhino, a bear, comes out of nowhere and they're pissed off because like you're too close to them, and they could take you out and kill you in a second. And to me, that makes the game kind of fun. I can't just turn around and start unloading on this bear with a machine gun and survive. It makes walking around the environment kind of sketchy, and you have to kind of always be on your toes and be using your hunter vision. The hunter vision kind of makes your screen more of a grayscale and highlights or illuminates your enemies in yellow. And this is really good when you're traveling in dark or through a lot of bushes and in the jungle, so you can see where a big animal may be. And then you can also see kind of the steam off the back of them. If it's a giant bear, they'll have like a trail kind of come behind them of like the gas emitting off the animal. And there's also missions here where you have to track different animal tracks or humans that are running along, or you're chasing somebody down, and you use this to kind of navigate around the woods. Obviously, Obviously, nobody loves really long tracking missions, but this kind of stuff is fun, and the actual hunter vision is really useful in this game because it illuminates like certain things like this honey, where you can make like a bomb, I said, out of the honey and the bees, and also like really rare plants that you need to find. It's easier when you're using this hunter vision. For some people, that's probably easy mode, but to me, it makes it kind of fun, and gathering resources is fun in the beginning, but in the end, it becomes a chore, so having this hunter vision just makes it a little bit better. So now on to taming animals, which is another huge aspect of the game. You can throw out this bait if you're a high enough level. You can tame certain animals, and there's a lot of different aspects to this. So obviously I love animals, so just taming a lion or a jaguar is fun enough for me in general. And then on top of this, you can get different rewards for finding different animals. So like at nighttime, there might be like a rare cat out or a rare lion. This black panther is rare. You know, a black panther is actually just a jaguar with a black pigmentation. So this was like one of the more rare animals. I think it said rare, and I get an achievement right here for finding a fancy friend, which is cool. So there's that aspect of the game where you're like collecting animals, and then there's using your animals to do your dirty work, which is a lot of fun. You can stick them on your enemies and chase them down. This is also really great when you're outnumbered. There's also a lot of scenarios where your animal will defend you against other animals at nighttime. The other animals become a little bit more aggressive, so your jaguar will protect you around other wolves. You can also have him chase down other animals. Like sometimes you might see like a gazelle that you need to get its fur, and it's really fast, so you can send your jaguar out to do the killing. And then obviously it's important to feed your animals and give them a little pet and tell them that you love them. Who's a good jaguar? You have to respect all the animals in Far Cry Primal. Even swimming across a little river can prove to be pretty dangerous, as you can see getting attacked by this giant fish right here. And like the caveman who first found fire, you have to respect it. Even if you go to like a little fire like this, you can guarantee yourself that you're gonna catch on fire, which is a pretty annoying part of this game, but it also makes me laugh because I like to light everything on fire. Who doesn't? But when you do this, you also have to realize that a little fire spreads very easily in this game, and when you turn around, the whole forest could be on fire, and even yourself and the jaguar. Alrighty, so let's wrap this up. Overall, I understand that Far Cry Primal isn't the best game ever. It's not the best open world game ever, and it's probably not even the best Far Cry game. But it is a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying playing it right now. For the most part, the missions are fun, the environment is fun, the fighting is awesome. I just stabbed that guy in the throat with a spear. There's so many things that surprise me in this game every single time I play. For example, I've killed countless people with the spear, but for some reason when I killed that last guy by stabbing him in the throat, it went into this like little cutscene, almost slow motion style kill. And to be honest with you, I don't even know why that happened, but every time I play, something like this happens, and it just makes the game feel really awesome and rewarding. But for some players, these moments might not be enough for them to enjoy the game as much as I am. And the same could be said for the graphics. Yes, when you're walking out of the jungle and you can see the mountains in the background, everything does look really nice, but when you take a further look, some of the graphics aren't that great, and some of the water graphics don't really look that good. So I get why some people criticize this game, but for me, those aren't the things that matter. As long as the graphics look believable and somewhat up to par to Xbox One standards, I'm okay with that. If you're dedicated to this genre and you're looking for a game that's going to provide you with hundreds of hours of unique experiences, then maybe this game isn't the game for you. But if you're like me and you play a lot of different games and you're looking for something different, I would 110% recommend this game. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed a single player experience and actually planned to play a game from the start to the finish without giving up and going back to multiplayer and Call of Duty or getting back on PC and playing a MOBA. So the fact that this game is keeping my attention and I'm already 15 hours in is quite surprising to me, and I'm happy that I spent my $60 on this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll leave you with this awesome clip of my hawk dive bombing this enemy on the cliff here. So let me know what you guys think. Did you buy Far Cry Primal? Are you avoiding it because of what you heard online? Please remember to give this video a like or favorite and subscribe to my page and leave a comment down below what you guys think. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.